HBO has canceled another show. For those of you who don't know, Winning Time is based on the Lakers during the 80s during their rivalry with the Boston Celtics. The show's creators are Max Borenstein and Jim Hecht, and it's based on the book written by Jeff Pearlman, and I believe Jeff Pearlman is one of the executive producers. Now, this show has rumored to be canceled because of the lack of viewership. And it's funny because I remember when the first season was announced, and I thought it was cool, I thought it was interesting, but I didn't really care that much to watch it, so I didn't. I added it to my list, and I left it for later after I watched all the other good stuff on HBO. And at the time, I didn't know how good this was until, because of the writer's strike, there's no new shows coming out. So me and my husband were just trying to find something to watch, and we fumbled onto Winning Time a little bit before the second season was going to air, and we binged the whole first season, and it was so good. And I went to go on Twitter because, I talk about everything I watch on Twitter using the hashtags. And I was like, this hashtag is really light. Like, I do not see people talking about this movie. So because of that, this being canceled, and I said movie, but I mean TV show. Because of that, this being canceled did not surprise me because of lack of viewership, because I just simply didn't see anyone talking about it. And I also seen on Twitter, Jeff Pearlman tweeted, "I'm telling you, the future of Winning Time hangs in the balance. We need viewers. The strikes are crippling. Please help spread the word. Season 2 is amazing, but HBO is big on numbers. Hashtag Winning Time." And then proceeded to quote that tweet roughly a month ago, a little over a month ago, August 16, 2023. "And to be blunt, I'm worried there won't be a season 3. And it's not about me. I'm fine. It's about a cast of amazing young actors who live this. So seriously, tell your friends to support Winning Time and show HBO you want it to continue. Peace. Hashtag Winning Time." I don't think it's fair to blame the strikes that this show is not getting viewers or wasn't getting viewers. And I don't think it's fair to put this on the audience that is low-key not really there. I mean, I tweeted about it, but I did not see that tweet. I just didn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like there was poor mishandling when it came to marketing the show. And granted, it's only had 2 seasons. But I feel like there was some dropping of the ball when it came to marketing this TV show. I mean, I knew of it, but that was all. There was no efforts put on social media. There were no efforts, or from what I've noticed, the bigger actors before the strike were not talking about it. From what I've noticed, I did see Quincy Isaiah, who plays Magic. I did see him on a roundtable, but it wasn't enough. I haven't seen enough about this. And granted, I am not the audience, but it kind of begs the question, well, who's the target audience? I was talking to my husband about this, and, he had a very good point saying that, this is supposed to be targeted to people who watch sports. Whether you are a basketball historian or you're just interested in sports and you're like, oh, I didn't even know all this happened. This is lit. Shows like Undisputed, shows like First Things First, shows like Speak for Yourself, all this stuff. They should have been talking about it, or it should have been pushed towards them. I understand I believe Magic Johnson didn't like it. And I understand, because if you're making a dramatized version of anybody's life, I'm pretty sure they're not going to like it. They're going to say some things are a lie, what have you. Whether that's the case or not, you should use that bad publicity as good publicity. And I just did not see that. People were talking about it. And the people in that world, the people in that industry are the people that y'all should have gotten to talk about this TV show. I'm not understanding. I feel as though they were just expecting people to expecting it to blow up without putting in any of the other work. And that's just not how it works. And I think it's very somewhat of a cop-out to blame the writer's strike for not being able to promote this, because this is the second season we're talking about. The first season came and went, and I did not watch it. I did not care for it because I didn't hear anybody else talking about it. And while I do believe word of mouth works, you cannot try and get word of mouth on the platform that people are already, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Of course, people watching Euphoria are going to talk about it on Twitter because that's the demographic. But if we're talking or aiming stuff at people who either are older or people who don't care nothing about this, then you're going to have to branch out of just Twitter. You're going to have to branch out of just Twitter. And they just failed to do that. And it's pissing me off because this show is really that good. It really captures you in a way to where you feel like you're there. I cannot imagine how the people who were actually there watch this and will really be able to relive it. And the people who are like me, who had really no idea about any of this stuff, but as I'm watching it, I'm like, this is lit. This is amazing. This is turnt. Like, I'm excited to watch the next episode. This was definitely a show that I was sad when an episode ended. This is probably one of the best shows I've seen all year. And I'm not exaggerating. It was that good. And it's such a shame that it's canceled, because while I believe some shows get canceled because of the politics behind it, because of the people who are behind it, this show was one of those shows where it seems solely on viewership. And that's something that I feel like there's something that could have been done because of that. And nothing was done. And it was just a ball dropped. And I don't know why everybody, and I say this all the time, like, people are not Beyonce. Y'all are fighting with TikTok. Y'all are fighting with YouTube. Market your right. Marketing works. It works if you know what you're doing. It works if you know what you're doing. You are not Beyonce. Stop thinking you're going to drop some talk about it a little bit and the people are going to flock. It's not the case. It's not the case. I think you guys should watch it. It's really a shame that it's getting canceled because it's so good, but lucky for you, you will get to hear me talk about it, and hopefully this will spark you wanting to watch it. And you never know. Maybe if enough people watch it after it got canceled, they'll bring it back, even though I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen because it never happens. But you should still watch it anyway because it's good. It is good.